hosted by Matt Riches. Watch the market unfold. $1 trillion tickers, turning data to gold. $1 trillion tickers, watch the market unfold. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. Wherever you're tuning in from around the globe, peace, blessings, financial freedom. Peace, blessings, financial freedom. Peace, blessings, financial freedom. Welcome to the $1 Trillion Tickers broadcast. I'm your host, Matt Riches. It is Wednesday, May 20th, 2026. Let's get into the pre-market briefing. The 10-year Treasury yield has cooled from around 4.69% yesterday. It gapped down to 4.64% today, so that's great. That'll relieve some pressure on the market. And the futures are pushing higher based on that. But the big event is after the close. We have Nvidia earnings. This is the most valuable company in the world ever. It has earnings after market close today. So we're going to see. This is a big test for the AI rally and the semiconductors. The fear and greed is at 59, so we are moving back toward neutral. So the simple question today is this a real rebound or just a pause before Nvidia decides the next major move? I track the headlines, the data, and the market levels, so you don't have to. This show is for education and entertainment only. Always do your own research, but you can use this show as a foundation. Before we get into the charts, let's get into the mantra. I deserve to be healthy. I deserve to be happy. I deserve the wealth that I'm building for me and my family. Riches and freedom, they come to our hands. I'm the master of all I command. My learning is limitless. My earnings are too. The more I discover, the more I can do. The stock market is a machine of design, and I have the power to make that wealth mine. I am capable. I am skilled. I am bold. Blessings on the journey as the vision unfolds. All right, let's get into the macro data. Here's what makes this morning interesting. The market has been under pressure. We have had 3 straight days of losses, and yesterday's weakness was tied to the Treasury yields, to the rising Treasury yields, that is. But overnight, the yields start cooling. It went from 4.69% to a gap down this morning of 4.64%. That matters. When yields come down, it can relieve pressure from growth stocks, tech, AI, and the Nasdaq. This morning, we see that relief showing up. SPX had a pre-market low of 7,393 and is now pushing higher towards, let me pull it back up. It did hit a high of 7,395. And then the Nasdaq 100, it hit a pre-market low of 28,922 and a pre-market high of $29,076. So this is definitely different from yesterday's pre-market. Yesterday was pressure. This morning is an attempted rebound. Okay, so as far as Nvidia reporting earnings after the market closes, the market is expecting a 6 to 7% move. So that is going to be either to the upside or to the downside, but a 6 to 7% move. This is not just important for Nvidia. This is for the whole AI trade, for the semis, for the Nasdaq, for the whole market. Nvidia has been one of the main engines of the recent rally, like the past month. So tonight's earnings can either confirm it or destroy it. This is a major test. Investors will watch revenue, data center demand, black whale demand, guidance, margins, buybacks, and any comments around China or custom AI chips. We also have the FOMC minutes coming out at 11 a.m. So that is a clues for the future path of interest rates. So we should definitely see some volatility in the market when they start that talk. All right, WTI oil futures have pulled back to around 102 per barrel. So that should ease some pressure as well. All right, let's get into Robert Greene's daily law for today. Title: Be suspicious of the unambitious. Daily law: be most suspicious of those who seem unambitious. Today's law is about hidden desire. Robert Greene is reminding us that people who appear completely unambitious may not always be as detached as they seem. Sometimes people avoid openly wanting power because open ambition creates envy, suspicion, and resistance. By seeming reluctant, they can make others push them into power. The lesson is to look beneath the surface. Do not only watch what people want, do not only watch what people say they want, watch their position, timing, and behavior reveal. In long-term investing, this connects to companies that appear conservative or quiet on the surface. A company may not hype itself. The CEO may not make loud promises, but that does not mean the business lacks ambition. Sometimes the strongest companies let execution speak. Revenue growth, margins, cash flow, product demand, market share. Those reveal the true ambition of the business. Do not judge only by the public image. Judge by the results. For day trading, this applies directly to price action. Sometimes the quiet move is the most important move. The stock may not look dramatic at first, and the index may grind slowly instead of exploding higher. A level may get tested quietly before the real move begins. Do not ignore the setup just because it was not loud. Watch the behavior, watch the level, watch whether buyers are quietly taking control. The market does not always announce its intentions. All right, stay patient, stay disciplined, execution over emotion, process over prediction. Now let's get into these charts, y'all. All right, SPY currently in the pre-market at 736.19. All right, to the downside support, we got 735.50. Pre-market low 734.30, 733.80, 731.60. To the upside resistance, we got the pre-market high 737.72, 738.20, 739.30. Next, we got QQQ currently in the pre-market at 706.07. To the downside support, we got 704.85, 704, and then 700. To the upside resistance, we got yesterday's high at 706.50. We got 707.25. We got the pre-market high at 707.58, 709.90, 710.20. The VIX is at 17.99. Excuse me. Nvidia currently in the pre-market at 223.99. To the downside support, we got 223.75. Pre-market low 222.73, 221.60. To the upside resistance, we got 224.25. Yesterday's high 224.50. Pre-market high 225.05, 226.25, 227.85. Next, we got Google currently in the pre-market at 387.26. To the downside support, we got the pre-market low at 387.13, followed by yesterday's low at 386.11 and 383.25. To the upside resistance, we got 388.50. We got the pre-market high 390.50, 391.30, 393.20. Next, we got Apple currently in the pre-market. Oh, these pre-market lows have moved since I last checked. Currently in the pre-market at 298.20. The downside support, we got the pre-market low at 297.91, 297.50, 296.50, and yesterday's low at 296.37. To the upside resistance, we got 298.90, pre-market high at 299.33, and yesterday's high of 351 cents. Microsoft currently in the pre-market at 414.57. To the downside support, we got the pre-market low of 414.09. We got the top of this gap right here at 412.91. The gap goes all the way to 411.84, and then we got 410.15 and 409. To the upside resistance, we got 416.50, 417, and pre-market high of 418.05. All right, it's only 15 minutes before the market opens, so I'm going to cut this short. We'll see you at the market open. I will be doing my new style, which is 15 minutes of news and then looking for trades after that. So, peace, blessings, financial freedom. Peace, blessings, financial freedom. Peace, blessings, financial freedom.
Peace, blessings, financial freedom.